You may be wondering why we're wearing these silly costumes. Well, we're doing a quickie review of Dungeon Siege 2.
So is it good? Is it bad? Waste your time and find out. Came out in 2005 and is a RPG obviously similar to the first Dungeon Siege, but it's also similar to games like Dragon Age in a little way.
I would say more similar to Diablo.
I'm saying for the allies that you have, kind of like Dragon Age.
Yeah, the ally control system is a lot like Dragon Age, but the control scheme and just like the perspective view is a lot like Diablo.
You can either play single player or multiplayer, and what I like about this is that you can play a single player by yourself with AI guys, which you can control, or you can play with a friend, and it's the same single player.
Also, you can bring one AI ally with you for smaller games.
Yeah, so if you and your friend are missing like two other guys, it's like, okay, well, don't worry, we'll bring some guys from our single player game, which I find pretty cool.
There are quite a few connection issues, and so we often have trouble trying to get a game going together when we're not doing LAN. Spell trees are pretty good. They're not overly complex, but they do allow for some fairly good customization.
If one of you is a healer, another guy's probably going to be like a warrior, like a mage that does damage, or an archer, or something like that. And all the classes I find fun, even the healing ones, because they still attack it.
You have what's called auto cast, so like if it needs to be cast, it'll automatically cast, so you don't have to be actively healing. You can go off and blow things up, but you're still healing your party.
Right, yeah. Another thing I've noticed is that it has a very good, lengthy campaign.
Yes, quite lengthy.
I've spent I think 10 hours in the beginning area of the forest.
Yeah.
And which is really impressive because most games are not even 10 hours long, in all. So that's another thing that impressed us, and it's actually engaging, and I actually wanted to finish it. Another good thing is that it has a decent character creation, but definitely not the best.
Yeah, it's not very elaborate. I'd say comparable to World of Warcraft's. I'd say thereabouts.
Most MMOs.
Yeah, most MMOs. Except for Champions, which is ridiculous, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. The art is very nice, but for its time, it doesn't look all that great.
Yeah.
Which is odd considering it still has, still gave me some problems in the performance department back in the day when I didn't have a nice computer.
I think that's because it's loading so much at one time in the world, but
yeah,
it doesn't look as nice as other games I've seen for the time, and games somewhat similar to it.
Yeah.
So but it's good enough to know what you're doing, and you can see everything, and it looks good enough where you can be like, oh, okay.
It's an engaging environment.
Yeah, it's an engaging environment. It's just don't expect to be wowed. Well, not anymore, because you probably wouldn't.
Yeah, it's definitely not anymore.
Back in 2005, you probably wouldn't have been like, whoa, at these graphics.
And our final complaint is, often it seems like the world is leveling faster than you are.
Which is a pain in the ass, because I might be wrong with this, but when you're running through an area, enemies don't come back. So you're always fighting the next guy, which is always going to be harder, and there's been times where I've died multiple times just so I could take out this one dude.
Yeah, it's very difficult to find places to grind. You have to scour the majority of the map, not even the majority, just most of the map.
As much as you can, really.
Yeah, to keep at the you can't even keep ahead. You keeping at the level curve.
Mm-hmm. Which is sometimes frustrating for me and Tyler.
Yes.
But our final verdict is
We'd say this is a buy, not a must buy, but
if you like
if
RPGs.
yeah, if you like RPGs or looking for a solid multiplayer experience, you might want to pick it up.
And the fact that, I mean, because it is back in 2005 now, this game
Yeah,
is probably much cheaper, and you could probably buy it for you and your friends for like $35, most
Yeah.
likely. I don't know. I haven't done
It'd
the
be
math.
great if it were on Steam, but it's not.
No.
Okay. So,
That's
that's our review of Dungeon Siege 2.
I hope you enjoyed, and stick around for more reviews next time.
Yep.
On Wasted Time Reviews.